me, a third year ECE student, to render a special welcome song for us. Your melodious voice will set the perfect tone for our gathering. वन्दना विधीयतां श्रद्धया स्वमातृभू समचना विधीयतां सादरं समीहतां वन्दना विधीयतां श्रद्धया स्वमातृभू समचना विधीयतां सादरं समीहतां समागमगमगमगमगत मधनिधमधनिधमनि धनिसनिधनिसनिधस निसगसनिसगससानिधम दसानि निधमगसगमः सगमनिध सगमधनिस आपदो भवन्तु वा विद्युतो न सन्तु वा आपदो भवन्तु वा विद्युतो न सन्तु वा आयुधानि भूरिसोऽपि मस्तके पतन्तु वा आयुधानि भूरिसोऽपि मस्तके पतन्तु वा धीयता न धीयतां वीरता विधीयता निर्भयेन चेतसा पदं पुरो निधीयतां सादरं समीहतां वन्दना विधीयतां श्रद्धया स्वमातृभू समचना विधीयतां सादरं समीहतां वन्दना विधीयतां वन्दना विधीयतां वन्दना विधीयताम्. Thank you, Geeta. Check. Once again, a very good morning to all the ladies and gentlemen present here. I'm Vaishnavi. I'm Geeta Chadni. Extend a warm and gracious welcome to all of you to the international conference titled Converging Perspectives from the Arts, Social Sciences, Technology and Healthcare towards a Human-Centered Digital Future, International Conference on Digital Humanities, ICDH 2025, organized by the Department of English, PNR Vijnanajyoti Institute of Engineering and Technology, in association with SRH University, Berlin, Germany, UNESCO Chair, University of Hyderabad, the Departments of History and Archaeology, Osmania University, and English Teachers Forum, Bharat. This conference is sponsored by KIMS Sunshine Hospitals, the leading super specialty hospital in Hyderabad, We Sparkle Wellness Center, and Emily EdTech Company. As we gather here today, let us reflect on the words of Albert Einstein. The only source of knowledge is experience. This conference serves as a platform to exchange ideas and experiences bringing together national and international participants to delve into the dynamic field of digital humanities. ICDH 2025 promises to be a platform for insightful discussions, groundbreaking research, and fruitful collaborations. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to everyone present here. Your enthusiasm and participation make this event a beacon of knowledge and collaboration. This 3-day conference, set in the vibrant city of Hyderabad, promises to explore the intersections of technology and humanities, fostering innovation and collaboration. Together, we aim to ignite discussions that will shape the future of digital humanities. Before we proceed further, let us take a moment to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the individuals and organizations whose unwavering support and dedication have made ICDH 2025 possible. We are gathered today in the esteemed KS Auditorium to commence this momentous event. It is indeed a privilege to have such an august gathering of dignitaries, academicians, and thought leaders with us. Let us now invite our esteemed dignitaries onto the dais. Each of them has contributed significantly to their respective fields, and we are honored by their presence. Please welcome them with a round of applause as we invite them onto the dais. Let us begin by inviting the convener of International Conference on Digital Humanities 2025, Dr. Y.V. Sudhadevi, who has been instrumental in orchestrating this remarkable gathering. We request you to grace the dais, madam. Thank you, madam. May I now invite Dr. K. Neelaveni, Head, Department of English, BNR BJIT. Thank you, madam. I take privilege to invite a truly remarkable individual, esteemed director. Let's give a thunderous round of applause as we welcome our Director Advancement, Dr. B. Chennakesava. Thank you, sir. We are honored to have you here. It's a privilege to welcome the esteemed General Secretary of Vignan Jyoti, the dynamic and visionary leader with unparalleled expertise, Shri Kode Durga Prasad Garu, to grace the dais. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Professor Pramod K. Nair, UNESCO Chair Representative, University of Hyderabad. Your presence on the dais would greatly enrich our ceremony.
Thank you for being here with us today, sir. Professor Pramod K. Nair is ranked among the top 10 humanities researchers in Asia. Professor Nair is the holder of the UNESCO Chair in Vulnerability Studies at the Department of English, University of Hyderabad. His most recent books include Vulnerable Earth, Cambridge 2024, Nuclear Cultures,
We are honored to have President, English Teachers Forum Bharat, Professor K. Venkat Reddy with us today. Please join us on the dais, sir.
Thank you, sir, for being here with us today. Dr. K. Venkat Reddy is a professor at the English and Foreign Languages University, currently located at its Shillong campus. With 32 years of experience in teaching and training English at all levels, he holds a PhD in critical language studies. His research interests include ELT and critical discourse analysis. As the chief coordinator of the ELTI scheme for the Government of India, Dr. Reddy traveled nationwide, organizing numerous workshops focused on teaching English as a second language. His international teaching experience extends to Afghanistan and Vietnam, where he worked on English language training projects sponsored by the Indian government. In addition to his teaching and administrative roles, Dr. Reddy has authored and published a significant number of research articles, book chapters, and books. He has also organized many workshops in ELT and has actively participated in national and international conferences as a paper presenter and keynote speaker.
We are glad to call upon Ms. Himaja Sonti, the co-founder of Aimly EdTech Company, to grace the stage.
Your presence is truly appreciated, ma'am. Himaja Sonti is the co-founder of Aimly, an Atlanta, USA-based AI/ML edtech company transforming the way students learn. Himaja ma'am holds an MS in computer science from Georgia Tech and an MBA from Emory University's Goizueta Business School. She brings over 20 years of experience in software development and leadership across various technology companies in the USA. She is also an adjunct professor at Emory University, teaching fourth-year BBA students.
Our guest of honor, Dr. A.V. Gurua Reddy, Managing Director, KIMS Sunshine Hospitals, joins us online. Let us extend a warm virtual welcome to him as well. Thank you for joining us online, and we are eager to see you on our campus for a panel discussion this afternoon, sir.
I would like to extend a warm welcome to Mr. K. Anil, a co-founder of We Sparkle Wellness Center. Please join us on the test, sir.
We are very happy to have you here with us, sir.
Professor Michael Hartman, Head of Applied Mechatronic Systems and Computer Science, Healthcare Management.
Professor Hartmann studied and completed his doctorate in physics at the Humboldt University of Berlin. In 2002, he was appointed professor at the SRH University of Applied Sciences, Berlin, where he has been the vice president for teaching since 2010. He has worked on international research projects at the University of Rochester, USA, and the Universities of Jerusalem.
Trinity Department, BNR VJIET. Trinity Department, BNR VJIET. Sat sir onto the dais. Sat sir onto the dais. Joint Secretary, Vignan Jyoti Society.
Today, we embark on a sojourn of enlightenment and partnership. Before we commence, let us symbolize the brilliance of knowledge with the traditional lamp lighting ceremony. This signifies the pursuit of wisdom in our endeavors. I request all the dignitaries to join together on this auspicious moment as we ignite the flames of learning and innovation, illuminating the path to a brighter future. May I now request Miss Meghna, a third year CSE student, to sing a prayer song. Thank you, Meghna, for creating auspicious and pleasant vibes all throughout the auditorium with your melodious voice.
At the outset, we would like to brief you about VNR VJIET as we have participants and collaborators at national and international level. VNR Vignan Jyoti Institute of Engineering and Technology, established in 1995 by eminent educationalists industrialists, and businessmen as part of a non-profit organization, Vignan Jyoti Society. It has earned a brand name in engineering education scenario. BNRVJIET began its journey with a humble intake of 220 students and 20 staff members. It has grown to become a premier autonomous institution offering a wide array of UG and PG courses in engineering with an intake of 2,000 students and more than 600 staff members. It is aiming to become a university soon.
Since its inception, the Institute has been committed to providing quality education with innovative teaching learning practices, striving for excellence through the essence of quality and integrity. The Institute has been accorded an autonomous status for 10 years by the University Grants Commission from the year 2018-19 to 2027-28, besides being recognized as an institution with potential for excellence. It is also accredited by NBA, NAC, with A++ grade to its credit.
Besides imparting world-class education, BNRVJIET engages students meticulously in co-curricular and extracurricular activities to ensure all-round development of students. With all its distinctiveness and incessant efforts to providing world-class holistic education, BNRVJIET becomes renowned in providing outstanding campus placements.
I proceeded forward without any hesitation. Thankfully, it was reciprocated. But as in every great story, it wasn't just swift, right? And it took over years of meetings at different places, conversations, planning, and preparation to bring us to the ceremony, the great ceremony of marriage, that grand celebration, our metaphorical marriage, where we are all today here. The culmination of love in the form of International Conference on Digital Humanities. So by now, I'm sure you might have understood who is my admiration. Not definitely a film star or a celebrity, or not even a handsome young man, but it is with a digital humanities. So today, I officially invite you all, and we officially come together to celebrate this great union. I welcome you all to the international conference titled Converging Perspectives from the Arts, Social Sciences, Technology, and Healthcare Towards a Human-Centered Digital Future, International Conference on Digital Humanities 2025, organized by the Department of English, Vienna Vignana Jyoti Institute of Engineering and Technology, in association with SRH University Berlin, Germany, Departments of History and Archaeology, Usmania University, UNESCO Chair, University of Hyderabad, and English Teachers Forum, Bharat. This conference is sponsored by KIMS Sunshine Hospitals, the leading super specialty hospital in Hyderabad, V Sparkle Wellness Center, and Aimly, an edtech company. The conference invites us to reflect on how technology is not only a tool, but a collaborator in reshaping our understanding of culture, history, language, literature, identity, and healthcare. It's a place where intellect meets passion, tradition meets innovation, and where we continue to nurture this beautiful relationship. We have an exciting lineup of events as a part of this conference, including keynote address, plenary talks, panel discussion, and national level e-poster presentation, also national level short film contest, showcasing the creativity and intellectual vigor of participants from across the country and across the globe. And I am here to share and to gladly share with you all. We have participants coming from all the parts of the country, from different states, AP, Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, and we are glad to say we have covered the complete map, including Jammu and Kashmir. People from state, central universities, NITs, IITs, etc. And a few more participants attending on hybrid mode from various countries like the United States of America, Russia, Germany, Oman, and a few other countries. This conference would not have been possible without unwavering support of our collaborators, sponsors, and participants, of course, the dedicated organizing team at VNRBJ IIT. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you and each one of the participants for your contributions. And this remind me the words of a great poet, Rumi. Don't be satisfied with stories how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myths and stories. So, hence, you please create your own story here during these 3 days. And don't be happy with the love story that I have created, putting efforts for the past 1.5 years. And I request you all to create your own love story. In fact, this gathering is an opportunity for each of us unfold our own stories to contribute to collective narrative that will shape the future of digital humanities. Before I hope all of you have reached campus comfortably. If you need any help, our impact crew is all around you wearing white t-shirts. We don't want to call them volunteers. We named them impact crew. Each is a crew star. So please take the help of our crew star if you find anything challenging there. So once
Please join me in welcoming Professor Indra P. Suryavanshi, Chairperson, Board of Studies, Department of History, Usmania University.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Dr. Indra P. Suryavanshi is a professor and chairperson, Board of Studies, Department of History, Usmania University, Hyderabad. She has published books on tourism in AP and women in history. She has several articles, books, conference papers to her credit. She has a holistic personality, and her interests range from writing poetry to performing ghazals. And she is a sports enthusiast who received several medals and is adept at kayaking and archery.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the official inauguration of ICDH 2025. I request our beloved General Secretary, Vignan Jyoti Society, Korip Durga Prasad Garu, to open the conference.
Thank you, Chairman, Geeta Chairman. Yeah. Uh, Good morning, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, delegates, and participants online and offline, and my dear students. It's with a great sense of pride that I stand before you today to inaugurate this international conference, Digital Humanities, with the topic, with the theme, Converging Perspectives in Arts, Social Science, Technology, and Healthcare towards a human-centered digital future. This remarkable event, organized by the Department of English, VNR VJIET, in collaboration with some of the most prestigious universities and institutions in India and abroad, marks a significant milestone in the journey of interdisciplinary research and innovation. Incidentally, VNR Vijnanjyoti also focuses and lays a lot of stress on interdisciplinary research. And so this is, I think, in line with our own thought process. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing team for their exceptional efforts. The team led by Dr. Sudha Devi, for their exceptional efforts in bringing together some of the brightest minds for this inaugural session. It's indeed a privilege to host scholars and experts of such high standing, nationally and internationally. We are honored by the presence of Dr. Pramod Nair. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. A globally acclaimed cultural studies expert, UNESCO chair in vulnerability studies, and an author of great repute. Dr. Anna Kurian, a distinguished Shakespearean scholar. Dr. Venkat Reddy, an esteemed English language and cultural studies scholar who has played a pivotal role in English teacher, an esteemed English language and cultural studies scholar who has played a pivotal role in English Teachers Forum Bharat. Their collective contributions to the field of humanities and social sciences are truly inspiring. Adding further brilliance to this gathering, we are privileged to have Dr. Gurva Reddy, who will be joining us today afternoon online, an illustrious medical expert and social media influencer in health and Medicare. Physical presence. Okay, good. His work in leveraging digital platforms in promoting health awareness and care with wit and wisdom exemplifies the transformative power of technology in critical domain of human welfare. In fact, he is well known for those who speak Telugu because of his interactions and podcasts online. Having served as a police officer, I have witnessed firsthand the urgent need for greater knowledge and awareness about human-centered digital technologies. The alarming rise in cybercrime and digital frauds today, so much so that the Prime Minister himself has one of his interactions has stressed on this significantly. And for a long time now, for almost about a fortnight, we have been seeing RBI giving advertisements. And today, when you switch on your phone, you'll get a message saying that if there is a call to you from so-called investigative agencies or from so-and-so, do not get trapped by that. This is something that is now continuously happening because of the alarming rise in the cybercrime and digital frauds. It underscores now the importance of building systems and policies that prioritize ethics, accountability, and user safety. These challenges highlight the critical role of interdisciplinary engagement, such as what we are witnessing at this conference today, in ensuring that technology evolves in ways that serve and protect society as a whole. This conference provides a much needed platform to explore how digital technologies can serve humanity by adding ethical, cultural, and social dimensions. The diverse tracks of this conference, spanning language, literature, social sciences, educational technology, science, and healthcare, reflects its interdisciplinary vision. These discussions, I'm confident, will delve into critical areas such as preservation of cultural heritage through digitization, the use of technology for equitable healthcare and education, and broader questions of how to align digital transformation with principles of inclusivity and ethical governance. As someone with a background in public service, I have witnessed from close quarters how digital transformation has reshaped governance, education, and community welfare. Why is it only me? All of you are seeing it today. One classic example now for the education institutions is the APAR initiative of the Government of India, which is covering all the schools and colleges, particularly at the junior college level, to ensure that the information about all the students are brought onto one platform. So these are things which are now showing us the way government itself is reacting to things. In fact, India probably is a classical example where UPI payments across all platforms has become a part of our daily life now. It's a shining example of digital technology, how it is making inroads into our day-to-day life. Yet, it is conferences like this that remind us of the need to keep humanity at the center of these advancements, ensuring that they bridge the divides, promote harmony, and address the challenge of a rapidly evolving world. On behalf of Vignan Jyoti Society, I extend my deepest gratitude to all the collaborators, including SRH University of Applied Sciences, Berlin, Germany, the UNESCO Chair in Vulnerability Studies at the University of Hyderabad, Department of History and Archaeology, Usmania University, and the English Teachers Forum Bharat, each one a renowned organization that has earned an international repute for excellence in their field. Their involvement exemplifies the academic rigor and significance of this event. I congratulate the Department of English and each member of the organizing team at VNR Vignan Jyoti for their vision and dedication in conceptualizing and executing this landmark conference. I also thank our sponsors, Kim's Sunshine Hospitals, V Sparkle, and Aimly for their generous contribution and making this conference a success. I'm confident that the discussions and insights shared over these 3 days will not only advance scholarly pursuit, but also inspire and provide practical solutions for a digital future that is inclusive, equitable, and reflective of our shared humanity. I wish the conference great success and hope it leaves a lasting impact on the academic community and society at large. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir, for officially inaugurating ICDH 2025.
It is now time to request Dr. K. Neelaveni, Head Department of English, VNR VJIT, to share her vision for the conference and its significance.
Good morning. It is both an honor and privilege to welcome you to the International Conference on Digital Humanities, ICDH 2025, a gathering that embodies the convergence of innovation, scholarship, and creativity in the realm of digital humanities. Today, we stand at the crossroads of technology and culture, a place where the past, present, and future intertwine, offering us boundless opportunities to explore and expand the human experience. In this age of rapid technological advancement, the digital humanities provide a critical lens through which we can examine our world. It is an interdisciplinary field that bridges the gap between the traditional humanities, that is, literature, history, philosophy, and the arts, and the transformative power of digital tools and technologies. By doing so, it enables us to ask new questions, find innovative answers, and to uncover connections that were previously invisible. This conference brings together a diverse community of scholars, technologists, artists, and practitioners. Each of you, with your unique expertise and perspective, contributes to the vibrant mosaic of this field. Whether your work involves computational text analysis, digital storytelling, virtual heritage reconstruction, or the ethical implications of artificial intelligence in cultural contexts, you are part of a collective endeavor to reimagine how we understand and interact with our world. Our theme this year, Converging Perspectives from the Arts, Social Sciences, Technology, and Healthcare towards a human centered digital future, invites us to reflect on both the promises and challenges of this dynamic discipline. It is a chance to explore the transformative intersections of digital innovation with languages, literature, and art, where ancient texts and creative expressions find new dimensions through technology. We will delve into the social sciences, uncovering fresh insights into history, archaeology, and sociology by leveraging data and digital methodologies. In education, we examine how technology redefines teaching and learning, creating opportunities for more inclusive and engaging approaches. Science and technology will also feature prominently, highlighting how interdisciplinary collaborations push the boundaries of both research and application. Lastly, we will explore health, healing, and wellness, demonstrating how digital tools enhance our understanding of the human condition and improve quality of life. As we discuss education, it is crucial to highlight how digital humanities transforms language teaching, especially for English and technical communication. For instance, in English language teaching, digital humanities tools such as text mining and corpus analysis enable students to analyze language use in context, fostering deeper comprehension and precision. In the context of engineering students, this integration becomes even more dynamic, allowing learners to engage with the specialized language of their fields. By employing digital tools to analyze technical texts, create user manuals, or even visualize linguistic patterns, students not only enhance their language skills but also develop digital literacy, an essential competency in the modern world. Moreover, digital humanities promotes project based learning where students engage in practical tasks that blend language and technology. Imagine engineering students collaborating to analyze the linguistic patterns of technical patents using computational tools or designing interactive technical guides that incorporate visual and textual elements. Such activities exemplify how digital humanities methodologies enrich traditional teaching paradigms, equipping students with both linguistic proficiency and technological expertise. Over the next 2 days, we will engage in thought provoking discussions that push the boundaries of what is possible. Let us embrace this opportunity to learn from one another, to collaborate, and to inspire. As we embark on this journey together, I encourage each of you to think boldly, question deeply, and share generously. The power of digital humanities lies not only in its tools and methods, but in its community, a community driven by curiosity, creativity, and a commitment to exploring the complexities of human condition. Let me take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to the organizing committee whose tireless efforts have made this event possible. A special thanks as well to our sponsors and partners for their invaluable support, and to all our speakers and presenters for their willingness to share their insights and expertise. To conclude, let us remember that the work we do here has the potential to shape not just academic discourse, but the broader societal understanding of who we are and where we are going. Together, let us pave the way for future where technology and the humanities enrich and empower each other. Thank you and welcome to the International Conference on Digital Humanities 2025. Let the conversations begin.
We are delighted to announce the release of the Book of Abstracts. May I request all the dignitaries on the dais to proceed with the launch. Let's give them a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to unveil the intellectual contributions that this conference has brought together. We have the release of the research anthology and souvenir. I request all the dignitaries to join our General Secretary, Sri Kode Durgaprasad Garu, to release the research anthology and souvenir. I now call upon Dr. B. Chennakesava Rao, Director Advancement and Dean Administration, VNR VJIET, to share his thoughts.
Good morning to all of you. Namaskar, Swagatam, Suswagatam to all the eminent speakers on the dais, off the dais, online, delegates from various institutions, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, once again, I would like to extend warm welcome to all of you for this 3 days international conference on digital humanities. The theme that which we have chosen, converging perspectives from arts, social science, and technology, healthcare. So towards human contest. So in this connection, I would like to congratulate the Department of English department, because earlier we used to call it the HNS department. After separating from HNS, now the first time they are organizing this international conference. So this credit goes to Neelavedi Madam, Sudha Devi Madam, and Prabhavati Madam. I think these people, they have started along with Jayasri Madam. So please, all of you, give big hand to all these people for making this a reality at VNR BGIT, first international conference on digital humanities. So today, everybody is talking about digitization, globalization, liberalization. In this context, each one of us, we have to acquire the knowledge that is required in the digital humanities also. So as for BNR BGIT is concerned, we are giving the top priority for research and acquiring the skills that are required by the industry 4.0. In the similar way, it is like a two eyes. One is the engineering and technology, and second one is the arts and science also. Both are equally important in this particular institute. So that is the reason, that's why we are giving the top priority for conducting international conferences, even in humanities also. So please, all of you, think about positively and try to do some research in the English, social sciences also, in addition to engineering and technology. So that today, the tools that are available in the digital humanities, data visualization, that's a very, very important tool. Each one of you, we have to think about how to acquire the knowledge that required in data visualization. And storytelling, I think storytelling also, we have conducted a workshop, international workshop. So I think Sudharani, madam, so last year they have conducted. So I would like to compliment madam. So third one is the social networking analysis, text mining, timelines, digital exhibits, text analysis, textual, coding help, humanities. So these are all the some of humanities gaming. So these are some of the tools that are available in the digital humanities. Please, all of you, acquire the knowledge in these tools also. So unless you acquire the new knowledge, I think it is very, very difficult. Everybody is talking about only like a history and arts. But nowadays, in addition to that, the liberal arts is coming up in big way. So especially in abroad, if we can take, so many courses they have started in liberal arts, in addition to engineering and technology in the universities. So that way, I think each one of you have to think about how to do some research in these particular areas and how to implement at your own place. So that way, I think you can publish your technical papers and you can present even posters also in this particular conference. So I would like to congratulate nearly 100 papers they are going to present over 3 days. So I would like to compliment and congratulate all the others for their contribution in presenting the papers and posters also. 200 people out of 200 papers that are going to be presented here, 100 plus. So as for the, I think as you're all aware that the learning is a continuous process. So as long as I live, so long do I learn, quoted by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So each one of you continuously have to learn something and implement, learn, unlearn, relearn. So these three things I think it should happen in your career. So that way you can upgrade your skills in that particular new technologies. Suppose if you don't upgrade yourself, I think you are outdated teacher or outdated researcher. So that is the reason, that's why always you have to think about AI machine learning, which is going to dominating generative AI. So I think you're all aware about that. I think there is a lot of opportunities that are there, even though it is, I think, upcoming technology like a quantum computing, IoT, cyber security, all these technologies are very, very important even for social sciences also. So each one of you, I think you have to think about how to provide the solution, quality solution, affordable to the society. So by using various new technologies. So especially the brain, I think you have a left part and right part. So the right part is always arts, and the left part is the always represents engineering and sciences. So that way, I think, so both should be balanced. Then only I think you can become a perfect citizen of this country. So if one is dominating the other, so definitely you'll have some influence. So that is the reason that some people, I think, nowadays everybody is talking about only engineering and technology only. But in addition to that, you require a humanities also. So empathy, so sympathy, all these things all makes a difference only through social studies only. So I request all of you, please try to continue your growth in that particular area and not to deviate, because especially many people, they are migrating to engineering and technology, but without sciences, without even humanities, I think there is no engineering. So I request all of you, please try to discuss during these 3 days how to improve that culture, how to attract the students towards social sciences also, in addition to English. I wish you all good luck. I hope you are going to enjoy these 3 days at VNR BJT. If you have any difficulties, you can approach us. Definitely, we'll resolve your problems. I wish you all good luck, all the best. Thank you.
Our conference is greatly enriched by the presence of eminent academicians. Let us now hear from Professor Pramod K. Nair, UNESCO Chair Representative, University of Hyderabad.
You're going to hear me again, so I do not know why I have to do repeat item numbers like this. But anyway, since you're part of the organizing team, welcome to ICDS 2025. When Sudha and Pravati first approached us some time ago to think in terms of a conference, and scout around for ideas, it was very inspiring to see a liberal arts English department in a technological university thinking in terms of conferences such as this. So I'm delighted that Sudha actually managed to pull off something like this, obtain administrative clearance, for which I think I have to thank Mr. Chandrakeshwar and Dr. Prasad for enabling this. The sponsors that she's managed to acquire, which is not easy in humanities conferences to achieve. I'm mandated because of the position I hold to speak a couple of lines about the UNESCO chair, which came to us as the materials given to you indicates in 2022. Ours is a teaching and research unit. And the task of the chair, as mandated by the UNESCO office, Paris, is to study different forms of vulnerability through research, teaching, and publications. What we do is we organize talks. All our talks are freely available online on the chair website. As a matter of principle, all the materials are open educational resource for anyone to access from any part of the world. We have roundtables. We just concluded one last week, actually, a roundtable on the medical humanities, on arts and microbes. We do other kinds of work in the sense of we have offer teaching programs, short-term programs on SDGs and literary studies. Monday, we are starting a faculty development program on cultural vulnerability and cultures of vulnerability in collaboration with the National Institute of Technology, Trichy. This is our second FTP. We have done one short-term program. We have hosted dozens of lectures. We also do smaller workshops. We have done one at Geetham some time ago. And basically training people to read and write within vulnerability studies. We hope, as the chair, to initiate a new discipline. And we are now aware of the fact that there are more and more people working within vulnerability studies, which includes disability, aging, literary studies, of course, but also with inputs from economists, social science experts, and others. So we are very happy to collaborate with the Department of English here in this August institution. We are delighted to see the numbers of papers being presented across a wide range of disciplines. I reiterate that. The kind of support that the management and trustees of the institution have afforded to Sudha Prabha at the initial status, but she later defected. Should point that out too. And we are extremely happy to be part of this conference. I'm also grateful to the participants for turning up in large numbers. I'm told it's in a hybrid mode, so there will be people speaking online as well. I think, and I would like to believe, that several of the papers here would at some point appear in more publishable form in good places. For those of you who think that having your papers in an abstract form in an abstract booklet is the end, it's not. I'm not politically correct, nor do I cater to populism. So if you people who are expecting nice words and pat, you got your abstract here, pat. I don't do that, as Sudha knows very well. So I do expect that some of the papers here, I've been looking through the abstract book, will eventually see publication. I welcome you all on behalf of the UNESCO Chair in Vulnerability Studies Department of English, the University of Hyderabad, to this conference. Thank you.
May I now request Professor K. Venkat Reddy, President, English Teachers Forum Bharat, to address the gathering.
Distinguished guests seated on the dais, participants of this conference, International Conference on Digital Humanities, Human-Centered Approach to the Teaching and Learning of Humanities, organizers, particularly the Department of English, a very happy morning to you all. I'm standing here in the capacity as one of the important functionaries of an association, a forum called English Teachers Forum, which was established very recently with clearly etched out objectives in the context of what's happening to English teaching, English teachers, and English learners and researchers. Before I delve into, this is the first ever conference that our forum has partnership with. I would like to say that, the British came to our country in the 16th century. They came, some say, as traders, and some say as evangelists, but it's a certainty that the English language also landed on the shore along with them. Because of several reasons in 1947, the British left the country. Historians say some reasons why they left the country. Sociologists say why they left the country. Military strategists say why left the country, but English teachers sometimes in their classrooms also give a reason as to why the British left India in 1947. To emphasize the importance of pronunciation, to have something in our English classes, the English teachers asked this question: do you know why the British left India? And they also say different reasons for British leaving the country, but they emphasize that they left the country because when Indians started speaking English in different varieties, they could not bear listening to their own language being spoken in so many ways, so they couldn't stand that. That's why they left the country and ran away. However, it's a point to be noted that although the British left in 1947, but the English language is in no mood to leave. Instead of leaving, comfortably seated in the annals of Indian Constitution as the associate official language of the country, we've been forced to offer that language in numerous forms in numerous places to equip our students, to equip our researchers, to equip our professionals to pull through the difficult terrains of their life. The offshoot of the decision of Government of India was the establishment of CIEFL, Central Institute of English and Foreign Languages, to produce quality English teachers. But don't ask me, why have you left that responsibility and happily basking in the glory of not doing anything as a university? Why have you become a university? I have no answers. And that actually calls for the presence of professional organizations, professional associations, or forums of the kind that we have recently announced and become partners of this conference. Mark Tully is a very well-known and celebrated British correspondent for BBC radio, especially later, of course, would have also corresponded for BBC television. He toured our country after we became globalized. In 1991, Government of India signed a document called GATT, General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, which is today known as World Trade Organization. Along with came what Tully says new wave jobs, which are Anglo-centric. This is a historical fact. Now, what kind of consequences did this decision have, particularly for English teachers, specifically the educational policy makers, to understand the status of English in our country? Before 1990s, we never asked anyone to become a user of English. Oral communication was never part of it. Listening was never part of it. We were teaching in our schools and colleges, particularly in the government sector, only two skills. That's reading and writing in the examination hall, apart from translating the text. But that occasion, after we became globalized, when newspapers started flashing advertisements such as, are you a chatterbox? Are you being hated by everyone at home? Don't worry, there is a job for you. Those jobs, what Tully said, new wave jobs and jobs in the call centers. But how many of Indian learners were able to use English at that time? And that was the time when Mark Tully toured the country and published a book called Non-Stop India. And one chapter in that book is India Divided. India was divided along religious lines in 1947. Why is now Tully, in post-globalized situation, talking about India getting divided? What is that aspect which is dividing the country? He was saying that now in the post-globalization, in the job market, in the educational scenario, the aspect which is again divided this country is the English language. He painted a very grim picture of our job market, because 95% of the jobs that are termed Anglo-centric, that are termed new wave, are Anglo-centric, required the fluency in the English language. But all those jobs were cornered by the urban English medium, English educated youth, and the real India, that Gandhi's India, left behind in the race. And that's when he wrote this piece, India Divided, and something has to happen urgently in order to equip our youth with English communication skills. And that's the outcome of this decision, this book and this write-up, is the formation of what is called National Knowledge Commission under the leadership of Satyanarayana Patrudu, that is called Sam Pitrada. And Sam Pitrada, when he announced his report, of course, Government of India, for various reasons, political reasons, did not accept the report, but the predominant recommendation of this National Knowledge Commission was to offer English from class 1, if possible, convert all your schools and offer education in English as medium of instruction. That's the situation critical. And how many of our teachers are really trained to teach English? And that's again the time when Government of India also started changing its policy, changing the status of English from a language of reading and writing to language to be offered in all 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. You would see in your engineering colleges and other places something called language laboratory, to make a learners first to listen to the language. And before that, it wasn't there. But places such as CFIL had gone back on their mandate. What do we do now? That's precisely the reason why we need these professional organizations which will contact and get connections, provide connections with teachers across the profession from KG to PG, apart from partnering in conferences of this nature, providing assistance in the form of providing names of experts who could actually delve into issues related to English language teaching, English language learning. For instance, for this conference, ETF came forward to giving the name of Dat Bao, who is a world famous researcher who is researching the area of silence. And he runs a journal called Silence. Why silence? And it's an important aspect. Silence has several, perspectives to understand. Why are students silent? In quotes, yes, I was talking to Himaja before this. We came up the days that there are two places or three more places where you need to be silent. Maybe in subject classes, students are expected to be silent. When you wait for a doctor, you see a nurse asking you to be silent. If you happen to be there in the court, before that, the court clerk announces, silent, the court is in session. But why are students silent in the English language classroom? What are the reasons? Is the teacher, anyway, every teacher will be very happy if there are silent students, because our job is to complete the syllabus. But in a language classroom, if you have all your students silently listening to you as if they're mourning somebody's death, maybe the death of a grammarian while participating in the funeral. So that's an important area to understand. Why are students silent in the language classroom? Psychological reasons, physiological reasons that we can't do anything about, sociological reasons. So therefore, the main objectives of this forum is to, apart from forging associations and connections with those who are teaching in the teaching field, also help connect with in the organization of conferences of this kind. This conference is now getting kick-started. I want to first congratulate the Department of English as well as this college for putting up such a grand show of this kind. Particularly, I want to congratulate and thank this forum, this inaugural session, for giving me an opportunity to meet up with Professor Pramod Nair, who is a giant of a scholar, and we are proud to have him in our country, in our midst today. And I've been wanting to meet him for a long time. Finally got an opportunity of meeting up with him. Thank you, English Department, and thank you, this conference, for that opportunity. Apart from that, also meeting up with you. Wish this conference all the best. Thank you for the time.
It is my pleasure to invite Professor Indira P. Suryavanshi, Chair, Board of Studies, Department of History, Usmania University, to share her perspectives.
Good morning to all of you. Delegates, on the days and off the days, participants. The Department of History and Archaeology of Usmania University is very glad to have association to do such conferences, international conferences on digital humanities. So, ma'am, we are glad to have association with you in organizing this conference. History is now adding the modern technological advancements. We have added in our own syllabus this computational history, and we are looking forward how the research methodology can be improved in the history and archaeology, so that we can utilize the AI, and we can connect the past to present, and we can see the archaeological monuments which are very much destroyed or now in the dilapidated conditions, or they are now so we would like to renovate it and to protect it, preserve and present to the present generation and future generation. So in this connection, now the history and archaeology is taking much help of archaeology, this technological developments, advancements, and AI, I think it is going to help us more. So in this connection, now we are associated with this conference, and also we are looking forward that it should have more advantages rather than disadvantages. So it is a challenge. It may give us more benefits, but it has some disadvantages also. So when we are doing research and we are taking the help of AI, and when we are digitalizing the humanities, we should see that it should be in balance, it should be justified to the uh, historical site. So keeping this, I will tell madam that all the best, and congratulations to all of you because you have organized in such a, and the Department of English organized on technology. Great thing, ma'am. You have come forward, so it's a great challenge and work you have brought it at the local level. So this local level, the various teams we are seeing these topics. Delegates have they have submitted their papers are very interesting. So once again, congratulations, ma'am, and thank you for associating with making Association of History to this country. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to call upon Ms. Himaja Sonti, co-founder of Emily EdTech Company, to share her perspectives.
Everybody. First of all, a huge thanks for having me here. Many of you might be wondering the relevance of AI, EdTech, and a conference like this. So when I had a chat with Dr. Sudha, I didn't know what she had in mind when she invited me over. But I'll tell you, if you are an engineering student sitting here, I think most of you are, there's a lot of benefit in learning humanities. I say that because I think I have seen the evolution from being an engineer. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey. In the last 30 years, so my decade, when my generation was taught to study, there were only two careers. How many of you associate with that? You either are an engineer or you're a doctor. That is the society we grew up in India. That is my days. So I went to the US, did what I was supposed to, get a master's in computer science, worked for big tech for 20 years. Through the journey of building software products, when you're at a junior level, you're just coding. Your math skills are important, your programming skills are important. As you grow in your career, you build teams. You're now leading teams. So they are not robots that you tell them, do this task, and they do it. That is where, as a leader, you learn your empathy. I think that is that's more important than your technical skills. I think that is where most managers, leaders get trained in humanities. How do we work with people from different cultures? So there's the education. How do you work with people in the West? How do you work with people in the East? What what do Japanese customers want? If I'm building a product, I want to make sure my product is suitable for everybody around the globe. Am I doing, is the color that I'm using in my user interface something that is going to offend some customer around the globe? Do they have a negative connotation to colors, symbols, language? So there is very, as software is progressing, it's becoming very human centric and nuanced. I see more important in this interdisciplinary education. So when I was talking to them backstage, because I am a outlier, I'm not part of that society, I'm not English or humanities, but I do know the real value of interdisciplinary studies. And I'm glad to know that India is opening up to different minor subjects that even engineers can take. If you see the new generation of professions, it's prompt engineering. I know many mock prompt engineering, but trust me, it gives the foundational draft. Sometimes, most writers call it first shitty draft. So that's doing it. And on top of that, the creativity and building happens. So even to give a good prompt, we need language skills. To get a good output, there are content writers that are very sought after, content writers for technical education. So how do we source for candidates who have the ability to understand technical and also the good writing skills and also the skill to connect with the reader or the audience? So I am here to learn from every one of you, especially this team and their workshops. So not much talking here, only listening and learning. So a little bit about the research we are doing. So I am from software. We have a startup. So in that startup, I am learning how to incorporate modules which will engage students. So I always love to interact with students. I want to know what motivates them. So there are a lot of extrinsic factors that teachers use to motivate students. It's always the grades and physical rewards. But I think there are intrinsic motivations that many of these games, digital games, have done. And why do students not learn in the classroom? Why is there lack of engagement? That is a study we are doing, not at an academic level, but we take research papers from researchers who have done that and bubble out the essence and then build it in a product. So I'm all about execution. You've learned it in theory, you've published in research papers, but we are taking the essence of it and trying to build. And we're doing an experiment with the students. Is gamification of math going to help improve student engagement, create that joy of learning rather than math being just a chore? So a shameless plug here, on Friday morning, me and Dr. Jaya are having a workshop. It's called gamification of math, but I like to call math from yawn to yay journey. So anybody, please come and we'll share some data and insights also from across the globe. Thank you, everybody.
Our guest of honor, Dr. A.V. Guruvareddy, is a luminary in his field and an inspiration to many. We are privileged to have him here today. Sir, we request you to address the gathering.
Dr. Guruvareddy, Managing Director, friends. I am Dr. Guruvareddy, Managing Director of KIMS Sunshine Hospital, Hyderabad. I welcome you to VNR Vijnan Jyoti Engineering College hosting International Conference on Digital Humanities. I am very glad to share with you that I will be there on the campus participating in one of the panel discussions in this afternoon. We welcome you all. Let us have a great time.
May I now call upon Mr. K. Anil, co-founder of V Sparkle Wellness Center, to share his views.
watch. It's okay. Good morning. It's the right time to say good morning rather than saying good afternoon. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you, a big thank you to Dr. Sudha, who has invited us to get associated with the first conference, that is International Conference on Digital Humanity. So, I thank you so much. I thank you, Professor Pramod sir. I thank you, everyone. So I cannot read the names and all individually, but all together I say thanks. And I'm not a good speaker. I can't speak much. I just do a lot of codings. Okay. So how I got associated with why I'm here and how I got associated with vSparkle and all, I'll just brief you about that. So as as I as I say, Chinnakeswara Rao sir, doctor, what he said, he talks about cybersecurity, right? So I'm into that. I'm from that particular background. So I talk a lot of phishing attacks, as you are talking about, right? So uh, I say one thing to each and every engineer or a normal person, okay, whether they are software engineer or whether they are from the science background or English background, irrespective, right? Now you are using an Android phone, right, or iOS phone. So please be cautious. Don't just click any of the links that you get. Okay, these days you get a lot of promotional links. Click, you get, you win this much. You click on this spin button, you get so much of money. So don't click anything. Okay, and there are you may see there are a lot of impressment websites. Like there is an incident happened. You all know about Kia showroom, KIA.com. It's a website, but there is another website called KLA, which is identical. It's just similar. So there is a brand impression, the logo, everything is same, but it's a different website. And one of my good friend who has spent around nearly 36 lakhs to get the dealership, and he end up with a case at cybersecurity. So please don't click any of the phishing links or just ignore them. That is what I would talk about the cybersecurity. And now when it comes to vSparkle, we are into this market from 2011, and we started with a very small institution, and later on, 2022 is when we expanded our business, and it's like called V Sparkle Wellness Center. V stands for Vanilla, and who's a co-founder of V Sparkle Wellness Center, and she has published around 15 books. One of her book is The RX of Food, which anyone can like it. If you have, like, you can search on Google, you will find that book. You just go through that book. So she has done her PhD by profession, and she got her PhD from Texas Global University. And she has nearly about 11 years of experience in nutrition. And when it comes to nutrition, when I'm talking, you need to give equal importance to your health. Along with your studies, equal importance to health, because nowadays we lack of time, just we go by roads, we find some or other restaurant and we get some junk foods. So I would request not to have junk foods, because junk foods at this point in time, it is good, but down the line, as we grow, it prevails to a lot of diseases. So restrict having junk foods, follow certain good diet foods, which will help you and give you a better longevity. That's it. Nothing else I can speak much. Anyway, in the afternoon, the panel will be there. If you have any questions, you can ask them. Okay. Thank you so much, and thanks Sudha madam for inviting us. And so we are very much thankful to associating with the conference. Looking forward for future also. Thank you.
Before we move forward, I would like to take a moment to express our sincere gratitude to all those who have made this event possible. Organizing a conference of this scale and significance requires immense dedication, tireless effort, and unwavering commitment of numerous individuals from a wide range of organizations.
Your hard work, passion, and attention to detail have not gone unnoticed, and it is time to celebrate our collective efforts. Let's now proceed with the felicitation ceremony, where we will have the opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate the outstanding individuals who have made significant contributions to the conference. I call upon Kode Durga Prasad Garu to felicitate Professor Pramod K. Nair. I call upon Dr. Subhanand Rao Garu to felicitate Professor K. Venkat Reddy Garu. I call upon Mr. Achita Ram Prasad Garu to felicitate Mr. K. Anil. I call upon Dr. K. Neelaveni to felicitate Professor Indra P. Suryavanshi. I call upon Dr. Sudha Devi to felicitate Ms. Himaja Sunti. May I now request Subhanand Rao sir to give his perspectives on the conference.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Department of English, VNR Vijnana Jyoti Institute of Engineering and Technology, for conducting this international conference on digital humanities. digital humanities is a very new word, you know. Many people are asking, what is digital humanities? What they are going to discuss in that? Now we are in a age of digital, you know, digital age, digital India, digital world. Everywhere, you know, this word is being ringing in everybody's mind, you know, digital, digital, digital. What is digital? It is now cross-section of many departments, you know, now interdisciplinary research, interdisciplinary studies that has become order of the day. And the digital humanities is the intersection of the humanities with the digital technology. That is as simple as that. Now, the digital tools, digital methods, digital technologies are being used in many fields of humanities. If you look at the applying digital methods to humanities research, such as text analysis, network analysis, geospatial analysis, etc., and this is becoming very popular now. Natural language processing, you know, the AI and being used extensively. Then digital pedagogy is another field where these digital technologies are being used, and you can see many startups that have come up in digital pedagogy that are using digital tools and methods to enhance teaching and learning in the humanities. So this is very effective way of using digital technologies in pedagogy. Many tools have come up and teaching has become very effective, and the learning also has become very effective. Then digital cultural heritage, you know, this preserving, presenting, and analyzing cultural heritage materials in digital form. This is very important to preserve our culture and all. So this is where digitization is coming into picture. Then digital humanities infrastructure, building, maintaining digital infrastructure such as digital repositories, database, platforms, etc. These are very few applications which I am just quoting in penetration of digital technologies and humanities. Now AI, you know, AI and data science is everywhere. Virtual reality, the tourism is where the virtual reality is being used extensively. So AI, data science, virtual reality are being used in many fields of these humanities. Especially if you talk about the society, healthcare, digital technologies are being used. Artificial intelligence is being used in predicting the diseases in advance, very much in advance, like cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, or many things. So that is how the effect of digital technology is being felt now, and the fruits are being ripened now, and many startups have come, many people are working. There are so many innovative areas where we can contribute, and I hope this conference is going to discuss many things in this line, and will be benefited. All the students will be benefited with these lectures and insights. So thank you very much, and I wish all the success to the conference. Thank you.
With the inauguration of ICDH 2025, we now set sail on a voyage of knowledge sharing and exploration. Let us embrace this opportunity to exchange ideas, build network, forge new partnerships, and pave the way for a brighter future. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our heartfelt thanks to all our distinguished guests, speakers, and delegates for gracing us with their presence today. We look forward to the fruitful discussions and insights that lie ahead.
As we gather here today to inaugurate this conference, it is my privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our generous sponsors. Their unwavering support and commitment has made this event come through, and we are totally grateful for their partnership. On behalf of the organizing committee, administration, and all the attendees, I extend our sincere thanks to our sponsors, Kim's Sunshine Hospitals, V Sparkle Wellness, and Aimly. Your generosity, magnanimity, and vision are truly appreciated, and we look forward to continuing this fruitful relationship. Our thanks to the Press and Media Committee of the conference and Scintillate, the photography club of the Institute.
Thank you, one and all. a small announcement. Let us have a short tea break of 10 minutes and assemble back here for the keynote address by Professor Pramod K. Nair.